Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the new Salon Marketing Show, episode 14. My name's Vanessa McDonald. I'm the founding director of Salon Marketing Creative Agency. SMC helps beauty salon and skin clinic owners retain the clients they work so hard to acquire in the first place, utilizing the most valuable asset, marketing asset they own, which is their database. I'd like to give a special shout out to our audience and our clients currently in lockdown in Victoria. And I hope that everybody has gone ahead and shared the Save Victorian Skin Clinics post on their Instagram main feed and their stories and their Facebook accounts as well. SMC did this today, and there are certain media groups and politicians that our Victorian salon sisters have asked us to tag. So I highly encourage everyone to do that and to follow the process to make sure that we're getting the message out there as effectively as we possibly can. Okay. Now, during today's episode, I'm going to be giving you Flamingo tips to help you increase retail sales utilizing your database, but also I'm going to be introducing you to the idea of repurposing one piece of key content to also help you achieve the objective of having a lovely boost to retail sales. You can utilize these tips anytime you like, but I know that they will be especially helpful to Melbourne-based clinics who are currently still in lockdown to make some income now that we don't have JobKeeper, and also to help and support their team. Now, what I've got here for you all are some slides that I've created, and we will, sharing my screen, get stuck in to today's lessons. Yeah, so how to use your database to increase retail sales and repurpose one key piece of content. Victorian clinics, all clinics, but especially Victorian clinics, end of financial year is coming up, and it's an opportunity for you to be able to generate sales and income, especially when it comes to retail. Now's the time. I'd like to invite all of you to come and join us in SMC Insider so that you're able to access free marketing campaign sets, which I announced here on the Salon Marketing Creative Agency Facebook page last Friday night. So to get the full scoop of what it is that SMC is able to do to help and support you, these marketing campaign sets are usually only made available exclusively to our SMC Insider members who have paid their annual membership fees. You're invited to come into our group for free for 2 weeks. You can access the sets for free so that you can start making income and generate, to sell more retail, generate more revenue from today if you like. Last week, I mentioned that I had a giveaway, which is right here. Desiree, you are the winner of last week's prize for the show, and it is Image Skincare's Restoring Post Treatment Collagen Lip Enhancement SPF 15. Highly addictive, my favorite product from Image Skincare. So we will get that out to you ASAP. Congratulations to Desiree. Our prize for this week is a Flamingo drink bottle. And to win this prize, all you need to do is share with us in the comments anything you learned, just one thing that you learned from today's show. And then next week, during episode 15, I will announce who that winner is. So let's get stuck into our Flamingo tips. How do we increase retail sales with a focus on end of financial year? So my first tip is to use all the marketing touch points that you have available to you to help reach your clients. You have a database, so use it. Amplify your message using all forms of media targeting your entire database. So in end of financial year is a marketing campaign which is relevant to all your clients, especially if you are having a focus on skincare. The reason it's relevant to every single person in your database, if you have an email address for them or a mobile phone number for them, is because regardless of the product they use, they all look after their skin in some capacity. So everybody qualifies. At SMC, we teach a concept where, what is a skin client? And I know in our industry, there's a perception of a skin client is someone who comes in every month. They might have a course of treatment once a year or twice a year, and then they're coming in for monthly maintenance treatments. They are taking up the prescriptions that skin therapists are recommending and utilizing those products at home effectively and consistently through a personalized home care regime. That's the ultimate skin client. That's what we call skin client category 1, but there are another 5 for you to consider. I suggest you go back and watch episode, I think it was 9 of the new Salon Marketing Show to start to think about your skin business in a different way. But your entire database, every single person in your database that's ever come to visit you at your clinic qualifies for this promotion. So you will send an email out to anyone that you have an email address for, an SMS, at least one SMS to your entire database to share your end of financial year promotion, the details of the promotion, the message behind the campaign. Also print pieces are very important when you are running a well-rounded marketing campaign, regardless if you're in Melbourne or not. Maybe you're in Melbourne in lockdown, but you are able to put a poster up in your shop front, in your clinic. Do that. But for everyone else who is marketing for end of financial year this year, you want to make sure that you have a poster up within the clinic, at reception, the front window, in the treatment rooms, in the bathroom, in the waiting areas throughout, because that's multiple touch points within your own space, and that's going to help to generate conversations, and the right conversations convert when clients are coming in for their regular appointments. Also using the telephone is essential, especially if you're in lockdown, and we're going to talk about that in quite a bit of detail, especially when you are considering, I haven't got a lot of time, who should I call? Specifically targeted lists would be the best approach if you are time poor to pick up the phone and to start connecting with your clients in that way. The other suggestion I wanted to make today, when it comes to all the different marketing touch points that you have access to promote your end of financial year sale to help you increase retail sales, is to up your game on Facebook and Instagram, repurposing one key piece of content. Now, that key piece of content I'm going to suggest that you consider is a Facebook Live broadcast, just like what I'm doing right now. So if you can go live on your salon's Facebook page or within your group, and you may have a live shopping channel style approach to the broadcast or the content that you plan out. So it could be a focus on end of financial year and then showcasing your top 10 most popular products, talking about those products, who they're for, what, the features and the benefits, and the details of your sale, and how your clients can access they can place their orders. So it's really important you have a call to action. But you could actually take it a bit one step closer, or you could take it one step further, and you could consider doing a Facebook Live that fits within your niche, that helps people and your audience to understand what your specialty is. So perhaps you specialize in age management skin programs, or perhaps you specialize in treating acne. So what you can do is you could go live on your Facebook page or within your group, if you have a VIP group, and you could actually hold an educational broadcast around what a person can do if they have different types of skin conditions, or if they're noticing that they've got a flare-up of acne around certain zones of their skin, or the 3 most common types of acne-related skin concerns that you see in your clinic, and then offer solutions on how people can start to take care of their skin at home to help them get some relief from that particular skin condition, and then introduce them to the opportunity where they can access a complete skin program by taking advantage of whatever it is that you're offering for your end of financial year sale this week. So imagine that you've done a Facebook Live post. Okay, there's been and you finished your broadcast. So there are now steps that you can take to repurpose that. Before I get into the next slide, I also want to make a suggestion to start to have conversations with your clients for end of financial year through Facebook Messenger. And one of the easiest ways that you can do that without setting up a bot, and if you feel overwhelmed by setting up a bot, is to actually pin a graphic to the top of your Facebook page with an invitation for your clients to message you to ask questions. And there's actually a call to action that you can use in Facebook to do that as well. So let's continue with this idea of repurposing a Facebook Live video. Now, so you finished your video and the live has ended, and it's sitting now for the replay, where people can go and watch the replay on your Facebook page. What you're able to do is download that video. You can actually download it. You could even send it off and get it edited if you wanted to. But just for simplicity, let's assume it doesn't need any editing. In many cases, your videos won't require editing, especially if you've practiced the 5 Ps. Preparation prevents piss poor performance. And you can download the video straight from Facebook, and then you're able to upload that video to IGTV. That's an example of repurposing one key piece of content. Okay, you're able to upload it to IGTV. You can then link the IGTV video to your stories, and that will also post once you load the video on IGTV. That will also post in the main feed of your Facebook account. That is now that one piece of key content has now turned into another 3 touch points for your end of financial year sale. You could take it further, and you could select, say, up to 5 or 6 key quotes or something that you said that is cut through and quite powerful for anyone who the video has been made for. So just listening to your own, the replay of your video, if there's something that you say, which could be, for example, a statistic, and it could be 14% of teenagers aged between this age and that age suffer from acne, and that could become a quote that you could then use Canva and create a graphic featuring the quote. And then you could post that on your Facebook, your Instagram. You could put it into a story. And like I said, you could have up to 5 quotes out of one Facebook Live video. Then you'll have 5 quote graphics that you can post across those 3 neighborhoods on Instagram and also on your Facebook. So now we're up to 8 different pieces of content that's come from your one Facebook Live video. You could also repurpose the video to your clinic's YouTube account, and you could, what else could you do with that video? You could send it off to or even, it's quite easy to learn how to do this yourself. Take the video and then slice it up into 1 minute parts or up to, a little 3-minute segment of that video, and then repurpose those videos as well across your social media. At SMC, we do this most weeks. Whenever we have the Salon Marketing Show, this is the first touch point for our content for the rest of the week. So for the week to follow, the SMC team can take these videos and turn them in up to 25 different pieces of content. Myself, as the owner of the business, I've done my job. I've created my slides, I've turned up, I've delivered the content, the team download it, and then they have a process they follow to take that one piece of key content and repurpose it across a certain amount of channels for us, which usually includes our IGTV, our stories. There's always quote graphics, our YouTube. If you go to our Instagram account at Salon Marketing Creative and you click on IGTV, you'll see examples of how we do this. You'll also see the quote graphics across our social media. All of that has come from this one piece of key content that we show up and deliver every single week. And this is the main why for our business of why we use Facebook Live. The other core objective is to be able to share free education on salon marketing to all of you so that you can get better at marketing and become a savvy marketer. The other thing you can do is use individual highlights per skin condition for the sale as a whole. So imagine if you have your end of financial year sale running and then you have a highlight for aging solutions, acne solutions, rosacea, sensitive skin. It could say end of financial year aging, end of financial year acne, end of financial year rosacea, end of financial year dehydration. And then within those highlights, you're showcasing whether or not it's through graphics, flat lays, videos, you actually creating a video talking about how these products can help someone who may be experiencing dehydration on their skin, and have those individual highlights set up for your sale. Always, when you have anything running that is special for a promotion, update the link in your bio on Instagram. So at SMC, if I go to our Instagram account, and what you'll notice, there's a link in our bio, which is, it says Linktree/SMC agency. And when you click on that, you're able to access our end of financial year marketing campaign sets that we have created as editable Canva templates. We've taken care of everything for you: graphic design, headlines, copy, terms and conditions, call to actions, the offer itself. You get access to an implementation guide, a team guide, a spotlight sheet for campaign success. So your team are across what it is that you're wanting to achieve. So if you go to our Linktree, the link in our bio, that's just one thing you can access to get more from SMC and to check out how we can help you grow your business. End of financial year could be something that you're looking at doing and you're not sure where to start. That could possibly be a solution. We have another 4 links in our Linktree, and Linktree is very, very easy to set up. So there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to have your own Linktree, and you could have access your website, buy a gift voucher, shop online, end of financial year sale, client success stories or case studies, which could go through to a YouTube channel where someone could listen to you talking with a client about how it is that you help them through their skin journey. So you can get really creative with Linktree, and it's a lot of fun. So check that out. Okay, so now that I've spoken about the different touch points that we recommend that you use, especially when it comes to your database, using email, which, if you're getting a 20% or more open rate on your emails, that means, let's say that you have 1,000 emails and you have 200 people open it. That's 200 people that have been touched through email. So email is still a very effective way. One way out of all of the different ways that you can touch your reach out to your clients and the people that you have on your database. It's a very effective way still today in 2021 with all the other different, shiny things that are out there. Email should not be dismissed. SMS is very effective for salons because you all have your clients' mobile numbers, even if you don't necessarily have their email addresses. And what you're able to do is send out your email utilizing a bit.ly link so that your clients, when they receive the SMS, can click on that bit.ly link and boom, that email will open up. So that's definitely something worth exploring. And all of that's included in our implementation guides with demonstration videos. The print piece as well, very important. And the 4th point for utilizing your database to help you increase retail sales with a focus on end of financial year and the opportunity it presents to you is use the telephone. So I want to, for the next few slides, talk about that, because the telephone and using the telephone is going to help you to increase your confidence with talking to clients and being proactive in contacting them as opposed to waiting for them to contact you. And also it helps to strengthen your client relationships. People do appreciate being contacted by by friends and family members they know, and that you have close personal relationships with your clients. So that definitely includes their beauty salon. So be a flamingo, use the telephone. It is an essential touch point. Any salon owner that I've seen utilize the telephone effectively definitely gets an increased conversion of at least 10% of what they would have achieved if they were only using email and SMS and print. The telephone is very effective, but especially during a COVID-19 lockdown. If you are in Melbourne, there's it's likely that every other small business across Melbourne is not using the telephone. They're probably using Google Ads and email and SMS, but it's unlikely they're probably using the telephone and social media, of course. And this can help you stand out like a flamingo, and again, help you strengthen your relationships with your clients and give you confidence to be proactive, to be picking up a hunk of plastic and calling your clients just to say, how are you? So you have an advantage over most other brands because you've got an authentic personal relationship with your clients. When it comes to purchasing skincare, I can go and buy from something very impersonal, like, strawberry.net is the first thing that comes to mind, or I can purchase through my skin therapist who I have a personal relationship with, who I can actually have human contact with, and that's what makes you special. The other thing you have for your clients, is you have history with your clients. You have a relationship and you have their histories. So you have history and you have their purchasing histories in your salon software program. So use that. They don't know, like, and trust your brand. They love you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming and seeing you as regularly as they do. So therefore, you can assume they'll be happy to hear from you. Go into it with a positive mindset of, I care about this person. I have a great solution for this person. I know this person is going to need some skincare, for example, and we have end of financial year coming up. It would be such a shame if they didn't know we were able to help them in this capacity. So I'm going to give you a suggested process to follow to help you start to think about, well, how can I confidently pick up the telephone, use my database, pull a list of clients, and use my database to start making phone calls. So the first thing you want to do is generate a report or marketing list of all clients in your point of sale software program who have purchased retail in the last 6 to 12 months. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to pulling a targeted list to make telephone calls, to, if you're limited on time, but also to start with people who your promotion is very relevant to. Now, if you go back 12 months, whether or not you go back 6 or 12 months, it's really going to depend on how long the products that you stock last a client. Okay, so if you know that your products last for around 3 months, then I would go back 6 months. If you don't get a very large list from that, let's say that you only get about, 43 people, then you just extend that out for another 3 months and go back up to 12 months. Before you make phone calls, always prepare for actually engaging in that conversation. Check your client's history, personalize the script, and you can craft or create a great deal just for them based on their histories. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. You're going to call Karen. Karen purchased products A, B, and C from you 4 months ago. You know those products are going to last her around 3 months. It's definitely time for her to top up. So you call her, you check in with her. How are you going? Isn't this difficult, what we're going through? Identify with your situation with lockdown. For those that aren't in Victoria, you would just start that conversation in a personalized way of connecting with your client. You're not just going to go straight in and talk about a promotion. This is a catch up with an old friend as well. See it like that. But if you're in Victoria, one of the things that you both have in common at the moment is how you're being affected by this latest lockdown. And that's a genuine way that you can call and say, hi, how you going? I know, isn't it tough at the moment? And yeah, this is how it's affecting us. How's it affecting you? And this is what we're doing to help and support our clients. I noticed when I looked up your history, you had purchased products A, B, and C around 4 months ago, so it must be time for you to top up if you've been using them how we prescribed. And also too, what I think would be really great for you at the moment, based on winter, based on lockdowns, based on stress, anxiety, whatever it is that they shared with you as well. Listen and use those words when you're going to make a suggestion of another product that you could potentially add into what it is that their skincare regime could benefit from to help them enhance their results and help them get better results for their skin's health. So you can not only just call for a top up, but on their products, you could also make a suggestion of just one other corrective, for example, serum, exfoliant, mask, that would help them get a better result, especially at this time of the year, which is, our skin, it's peel peak season for a start. So, exfoliating their skin at home using the product that's correctly prescribed to help enhance what they're already using, that's definitely going to deliver more value to them, and it's definitely going to help them get better results, and up goes their trust for you even more, and so does your likability with your client, makes them stickier to your brand. So you can definitely look at increasing the client average spend by suggesting another product as well, and making sure that you're talking about how it's going to up level the results that they're going to get based on what they're already using. Okay. So when you're calling them, you'll identify, check in with them, and let them know. The goal is to make them aware of how it is you can serve them. Even if they don't purchase from you, that's okay, because you've made contact, it's very personal, and you've shared the conveniences that your clinic offers on how you can best serve them and serve their skin whilst you're in lockdown, or how you can best serve them if you're not in lockdown, you're somewhere else in Australia, but it might be difficult for the client to get into the clinic. So you'll discover that as you make these telephone calls. So the key point is how you can serve them. Call them, how are they? Ask them how they are, identify with them. Let them know you're calling to help them to get on top of their skincare, keep their regime going at home, even while the salon is closed, or if they can't get in. Refer to their histories, establish their need for the products. Mention the products they've purchased from you in the past, the date they last purchased. So is it time for them to top up? And if the answer is no, probe a little bit deeper and find out why. Perhaps they've switched and they're using something else on their skin, and then that gives you the ability to update your histories and let them know that. So you've used those products, great. So what are you using on your skin at the moment? I'm using this. Okay, can I just ask you a little bit? I want to update our histories so that when you come in, our team are across what's going on for you at home. Okay, and then once you've done that, share the personalized offer you've prepared for them. Let them know it's such a great time to top up. Not only does it help us as well because we're in lockdown and we're needing to keep our business going without JobKeeper, but also too, it's end of financial year. And we're offering 25% off on the products that you need to top up at home. Plus, that offer also applies to the corrected that I've recommended to help you get even better results, get that skin glowing even more. Okay, so it's personalized, and also so you're taking this blanket offer of 25% off retail, but you're personalizing it to them on the phone. I think that's really special and very, very powerful. Communicate with them. This is a call to action on the telephone, how they can order from you, even if they don't order whilst you're on the phone with them. Let them know, this is how we can serve you. This is what we have on offer. This is the benefit to you. This is what your history tells us you could potentially need. This is what we're also recommending for you to help you get even healthier skin. And the way that you can access this, if not today, is you can call us anytime, click and collect. When we reopen, you can come into the clinic. We can even book you in for a seasonal skin consultation if you feel that's something that you could benefit from now that, we've gone through what we've gone through with this new lockdown, plus it's much, much colder than it was the last time that we looked at your skin. Things would have changed. You can also shop online. We've got a brand new online store. Raise the awareness of your online store with your clients. Don't assume for 1 second that your clients know you have an online store just because you've you've invested in one and it's gone live and it's completed. You now need to market it. This is one micro marketing opportunity where you can let this client know, make them aware that that convenience is available for them, and that becomes part of your call to action conversation on the telephone. Also too, they can place telephone orders and then you can organize local delivery. Now, what you see here on the screen is one of our free marketing campaign sets that our SMC Insider members get access to as part of their annual membership fees. But also too, if you're in Victoria, like I said at the beginning of this episode of the show, you can come into SMC Insider and you can utilize this set today. This is a great one for increasing retail sales. Save up to 25%. So you don't have to offer 25%. You could decide that you just want to offer 25% off certain types of products. It could just be for the out of your say top 20 selling retail products, anything like a product that performs in position 11 and 20 could be 25% to try and get some extra activity happening with those products. And then from 1 to 10, that could be 20% or 15%. So we've used the word save up to 25% to give you that flexibility. That's one of the sets we have available for you to use for free. And then this is another one which incorporates retail sales and selected treatments. So some of our SMC Insider members have had great success with end of financial year sale utilizing this specific strategy, this particular offer where they're saving up to 30% on selected treatments, usually advanced skin treatments, especially our popular treatments for our winter high season to treat skin, and also off retail. So that one's up to 30%. And I was watching a video of one of our SMC Insiders who happens to be based in Victoria from June 2019. And she utilized one of these marketing campaign sets for 1 week only. And she doubled her total sales revenue for that week. She turned over $23,000 in 1 week and it was double what she usually does without marketing. So there's definitely a great opportunity for anybody who wants to run a well-rounded, strategic, beautifully designed, professional looking end of financial year marketing campaign, and SMC's done the hard work for you. So please, Victorian clinics, join us in SMC Insider. Just search for SMC Insider members only on Facebook. Send a request. Please answer the 3 questions. It makes it so much easier for us just to go approve, and even mention that you are based in Victoria, and then my team will know you're coming in for free for 2 weeks. And if you want to stick around, you're welcome to stick around beyond that. But regardless, you can immediately access those 2 free end of financial year marketing campaign sets, including implementation guide with demonstration videos, including spotlight sheet for campaign success. So you have a guide for your team as well. And everybody is welcome to join SMC Insider. The fees are $348 per year. If you pay up front, you save 10%, or you can pay $29 per month, and you get access to 3 marketing campaign sets per year for free that have been proven to convert. Plus, I go live every Tuesday for SMC live training, and there's a shit ton of stuff that goes on within our group. The other thing that you're able to do is not just SMC Insiders, but for anyone who's watching now, you might not be based in Victoria, you might not be an SMC Insider, you may not be interested in joining SMC Insider, but what you are interested in doing is doubling your sales revenue for end of financial year. But marketing's not your strong point, you don't really have time, you're not really sure on, you're not very strong at writing copy, or perhaps you struggle with putting together a strategic offer. You need a little bit of help and support to, make that happen and do it very effectively and on point with your brand. So what you could consider doing is, if you use this discount code here for 40% off, SMC end of financial year 40, EOFY 40, and then what you can do is head on over to our Instagram account, click on end of financial year, or come straight through to, this is posted on the Salon Marketing Creative Agency Facebook page. These are our done for you end of financial year marketing campaign templates. They have 17 graphics included in them, plus all that support, the support guides that I was talking about, with demonstration videos on how to generate a Bitly link and We've written the SMS copy for you. We've written the email subject line copy for you. We have written all the copy. The graphics have been created in Canva. They're editable templates. The terms and conditions are taken care of. Call to actions taken care of. And the designs are stunning. So you could come straight to this webpage. 17 pieces included in the set. It's valued at $8.90 and we're offering it for $5.90. But for today, you get 40% off that $5.90. There's a choice of 3 sets and three different marketing strategies. You can click on videos that I've pre-recorded to take a closer look at the set. But let's say that you want to go with this one, that's a set that our Victorian-based SMC Insider member used and doubled her revenue in 1 week. So if you want to go with that, you can go buy now. And then you'll come through to your checkout page. And then what you're able to do is apply your 40% off discount by popping that discount code, which has also been added into the Salon Marketing Creative Agency Facebook page. We have a post, which is right here. Look for this graphic and your discount code can be copy and paste from here to get 40% off. And you can implement everything effortlessly that you've learned today. I just want to see if I can pin that to the top of the page. Yep, I'm going to pin that to the top of the page. That's done. Come across to add in your coupon. You can see there it was $5.90. I add the coupon and it comes down to $354 for the entire set, all 17 graphics and the guides. And so I hope today that I've presented a solution for everybody wherever they're located. I do hope to see Victorian clinics come in and join us today. That would be fabulous. Become fabulous marketing flamingos with the rest of our SMC Insider members. And I want to thank you all for watching this week's episode of the new Salon Marketing Show. Tell me one thing that you learned, and then you could win our Flamingo drink bottles, one of our Flamingo drink bottle, and I'll announce that winner on the show next week when I see you right here for episode 17. Okay, thanks very much for watching, and bye for now.